Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. My name is Crow, and today we have Larry, we have God powers, and we have a continuation of the storyline that we accidentally created in the last God powers video. If you remember correctly, Larry had married a head butter named Helga, and here is Larry and lovely Helga still married and happily together, though Helga's eyes are a little shocked right now. And they were being attacked by Helga's father, Bjorn. And Bjorn was trying to stop Helga from marrying Larry. But here we are. The battles have been resolved in that last video, and in this video, Bjorn has decided to support Helga in her quest to marry Larry. But now they face a new threat. Bjorn, Helga, and Larry face the threat of an evil king and his armies. And we have to name our evil king. Where is our evil king? I think she should be here somewhere. There was a king mentioned, but I don't see a king. Maybe the king comes in a future battle. This is a campaign after all. This is the evil king's army, and we shall name the evil king Phil. King Philip. As we peruse over this army, it seems like they are quite formidable. We have a whole bunch of knights and squires at the front, knights right here, some cavalry, catapults, lots of healers for the knights, archers, and even more knights and catapults in the rear. I only have 19,000 points to make this fight, so let's try and stick with the Viking faction, since these are the faction of Bjorn, Helga, and, well, not Larry, but he's in that faction now. So let's start with a whole boatload of berserkers, because you guys know how much I truly enjoy this unit. One of my favorites, guys. I'm thinking we add a contingent of ice archers on either side, just to provide a bit of range damage, and maybe the Jarl has a couple of long ships. Now, I'm thinking the Jarl also has the help of some of his Valkyries here in the rear, and there we go. This is the army versus the king's army. If things look bad, well, we've got God powers on our side since we are the god of Larry, and we are here to protect him. Archers are firing, berserkers are leaping in, getting slammed by catapults. Not a good time. Boats are going in. Here goes the Jarl and his daughter Helga. And I like how the boats are like making a blockade on the island, making a blockade on that land bridge. It's very, very cool. So far, so good. So far, guys, we don't need to step in with our powers of God, which makes me very happy. Because while I do enjoy God powers, I kind of like it when Larry and his boys can defend themselves. We have defeated the king's first army. Helga, Bjorn, and Larry all survived. This fight is called The King Invades Your Village. And if we take a quick look, it seems like the king himself, Mr. King Philip, has appeared. And we must defeat King Philip and his armies. Hopefully he doesn't get away. Hopefully we can defeat him in this battle. We have catapults, we have knights, we have archers, and down each aisle, it seems like we have more squires and more knights. Towards the back, we have our armies. We have some brawlers, some berserkers. There is Bjorn, and there is Helga and Larry. We have 19,000 points to add to this fight. Let's do it. I'm thinking with some ice archers here on some of the high ground. I think it's a great idea. Some high ground archers. We're going to spring an ambush on the evil king's armies with these archers. I'm going to add some rows of berserkers to the army just to give them a little bit more of an oomph, if you know what I mean. Here we go. Our army is ready. Ice archers up top. We have berserkers and longships and brawlers and Valkyries all added. Our army versus evil King Philip's army in 3, 2, 1, activate. Here goes the fight. Catapults are blowing up the first line of berserkers here in the front as they fight down these couple of knights. Ice archers are continuing to fire from up high, hitting the knights. Doing a really good job so far. In come more berserkers, and the Valkyries are ready to swoop in up into that wall. Good job there, Valkyries. On this side, the berserkers are working on these knights and squires. Problem is, we have more knights and more squires working their way in, including archers to act as range support. The king seems to have gotten stuck here on his catapult. He's actually pushing the catapult further down the aisle to try and get to the fight. Poor King Philip can't even join the fray. Oh, the longship is in. The Valkyries are in, and Larry, you can see the confusion, is accidentally poisoning his allies. But we know that Larry does it all the time. He just poisons his allies. It's part of the battle. Bjorn, the Jarl, ready to join the battle. But the question is, where is King Philip? These poor archers are being bombarded and completely wrecked by all the range damage. King Philip is still trapped. But the problem is, it seems like he's now moving in a different direction. He's coming to the left to go after these Valkyries here. Oh, I want to see a King Philip versus Bjorn fight. No, King Philip has found the brawlers here in the front. But luckily luckily for King Philip, he has a whole bunch of healers to keep him alive versus all these brawlers. This is going to be a bit of an issue, but lo and behold, the powers of Larry are starting to say hello. Look at all these archers frozen and poisoned by Larry. In comes Bjorn. Has anyone seen Helga? I hope she's still alive. The king, being healed, is going through all of these brawlers. This brawler army is getting decimated by King Philip. And now it seems like Mr. Bjorn is accidentally confused by Larry. Larry, stop with the friendly fire. You're killing your father-in-law. The king is trying to protect his healers. Most of his healers are dead. There is one lonely healer who is now dead thanks to the ice archers. And King Philip versus Bjorn, who is going to win? Oh, Philip with the huge smack on Bjorn. But what Philip doesn't realize is that Bjorn's archers are all here. Is Bjorn dead? Did Bjorn die? Oh no. Oh no. Bjorn's dead. Then again, where's Larry? Oh, there's Larry. I like how Larry's the only one alive. It seems like Headbutter Helga is dead and the father Bjorn is dead. But don't worry, guys. Larry's alive. And Larry's more than willing to take his father-in-law's army now that the father-in-law's dead, because that's what you do. This poor king is being shot to death by tiny, weak ice archers and confused by Larry's potions. Oh, there's some oarsmen over here. The oarsmen are trying to get in, but they keep tripping over these stupid catapult pieces. King Philip is confused. King Philip is being shot to death by arrows. The oarsmen are moving in, and oh, he did not like the oarsmen. Philip was like, hey, boys and girls, I do not like your oars at all. Cutting down ice archer after ice archer. Oarsmen gave King Philip a smack with the oar in the face, but King Philip said, no, Mr. Oarsman, you go down and you die. So far, I have not had to step in with my god powers as King Philip continues to be bombarded by arrows and potions. King Philip is so confused, he's trying to beat this building up. He's like, yeah, building, I'll take you down. I'll attack you, yeah. Screw you, stairs. You suck. King Philip's getting a little bit too close to Larry for my comfort. King Philip's actually continuing to, like, fall on his own ankles, trip over his own feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think us as gods, we have to step in and protect Larry, who's getting very close to King Philip. So I'm going to step in and save Larry, who literally just poisoned his entire team. Larry just poisoned his entire team. We have to save them. We have to do it. Goodbye, King Philip. I just want you to know that I respect you and I appreciate you, but have a good day. Oh no. There's King Philip. Oh, who did I send way over here? Look at these poor units. What did I just do to these things? I didn't mean to. Oh, that's a wagon wheel? We've sent a wagon wheel flying, and we've sent another piece of the catapult flying. That is hilarious. But apparently that was not enough. King Philip was resurrected by his priests. We thought we killed him. We defeated the evil king, but that was simply a lie. King Philip still lives, and his army still lives. Archers, squires, healers, knights, lots of cavalry, lots of catapults, and that jerk, King Philip. Now a zombie? Is he zombie King Philip, or is he just simply resurrected by these priests here? These priests are continuing to keep him alive. And on our side, we have our Valkyries. We have our Berserkers, our Brawlers, Bjorn, Helga, and Larry. Even though Bjorn died, and we're pretty sure Helga died. Actually, where did you go? Did you run away? We have 50,000 points to add to this fight. I want to do something hilarious. I'm thinking a row of longships in the front, because why not? You know what I mean? Is why not? And then a row of Valkyries. We're calling in our help from our own gods. Berserkers. Berserkers need to save Larry. Brawlers behind the Berserkers. Beautiful row of brawlers. And then a row of archers behind them. Gotta get that ranged damage in there. Now, I'm trying to keep it to the Viking faction because I don't want to, like, incorporate anything else. I'm thinking, like, maybe even more Valkyries. Oh, yeah, baby. And then maybe one more row of Berserkers. Yes, that is exactly it. This is our army against evil King Philip. The cavalry moves in, and those are cavalry. In come the longships, launching over the top. Catapults are firing. Longships are landing amongst all the cavalry. Vikings are fighting knights, and it is just madness. If I take off slow-mo, my computer's gonna melt. My computer's going to explode. There's just way too many units. Look at all the red units in here. Swarming these knights, causing complete mayhem and destruction. It is disgusting to watch. There are so many units, you almost can't see what's going on. The cavalry are getting completely bombarded and surrounded by the sheer number of Viking bodies. And we know what Vikings do. They throw themselves into the fight. And now they're piling into the sky. There are so many bodies. In the back here, we have Bjorn, though I haven't seen Helga or Larry. Here's Larry in behind Bjorn, but what happened to Helga? Did she run away again? Is she a coward? Is Helga actually a coward? King Philip seems to be stuck behind his catapult. He really has a hard time with these catapults. It's like his Achilles heel. Now he's actually sitting in... Do you want to be launched by the catapult? Philip, it's not going to work, man. You can't launch kings. We can only launch boulders, my friend. Every single healer is focusing on keeping King Philip alive because he is a selfish prick like that, even though there are so many units dying in the front lines right now as we speak that the healers could be supporting, but King Philip's like, no, everybody must heal me, for I am King Philip. Now, our contingent of brawlers are beginning to get ready to join the fight. The ice archers are shooting over the top of all the units, trying to pick out the different blue units. And I also like how, again, as always, Larry's poisonous potions can't differentiate from friend and foe alike, as everyone is poisoned in this fight. Valkyries are working on the knights. The blues front line is starting to falter, and King Philip again continues to be stuck on this catapult, even though there's one berserker. There's one berserker here in front of this catapult. He just got wrecked. I'm so sorry, little berserker dude. You just got ruined. The catapult is destroyed, and King Philip is ready to join the fight. King Philip is surrounded by so many enemies, surrounded by berserkers, surrounded by Valkyries, swinging wildly, destroying all these units. Still being healed, but the smart Valkyries seem to be going into the back line, going after all the priests that continue to resurrect King Philip. Though this berserker seems to be a little bit confused because of Larry. Larry's doing things to these healers. Bjorn is still alive. You can see him there in the back of the army. King Philip is being surrounded. Look at this. Leapt on by berserkers, leapt over by berserkers, shot by ice arrows. In come more berserkers over top of Philip, and Philip got tackled from behind by even more berserkers and Valkyries. This is just mayhem. This is actually mayhem. It's so hard to see. I have to keep slow-mo because the frame rate is so bad. There's just too many units. Larry! King Larry! I'm gonna call him King Larry because he's a king now. King Larry has defeated King Philip with the help of the Valkyries and the berserkers, and that is everything for today.